Hey everyone, welcome to another video. Today we're going to talk about issue number 4 of the Avengers, written by Jed Mackay. But before we dive into the story, I want to ask you a favor. If you enjoy this video, please leave a like and a comment to help the channel grow. Now, in the previous issues, the Avengers were warned by their old enemy, Kang the Conqueror, about a series of upcoming threats. But while Kang was explaining himself, he lapsed into a coma due to the injuries he received against the Twilight Court and their leader, Murden. Now following that, the first event Kang warned them about came to pass as the Ashen Combine launched an attack on several cities across the globe. So while this was going down, each invader was met by an opposing member of the Avengers. Meanwhile, the Black Panther and Captain America secretly infiltrated the Impossible City, which is the Ashen Combine's orbiting fortress, in search of more information about their new foes. Now that the matches are set, this issue opens on board the Impossible City, with the city itself giving a narration about how long it's been since it had heroes flying through its streets. On this page, we see Cap radioing the Black Panther and informing him that this city is completely empty. Now the fact that heroes are flying through the streets of this city is nothing new, because the Impossible City stated that heroes did get on board before, but to their dismay, the Ashen Combine just so happened to kill them all. And once they were disposed of, the Combine nailed their colorful costumes to the walls like trophies. Now the city also goes on to say that it would be sad to see these new heroes' costumes joining those of the dead. Now with that established, we see the Black Panther placing explosives all over the place. Because according to him, their enemies appear to be predators and are used to descending upon the homes of their prey and displaying terror. But see, the Black Panther knows a little something about terror, because his plan is to have the invaders looking up just to see their home burning up on re-entry. So with that plan in place, Sam tells T'Challa that he is okay with his plan, but if anyone dies in this move, then he will blame the Black Panther personally. So with that warning given, T'Challa addresses the elephant in the room and tells Sam that he knows that he doesn't like him, and he understands that he gave him a good reason too. But the Black Panther is not about to sit back and allow someone to lecture him. So as the two heroes butt heads, we jump over to our first arena with the false god idol continuing to receive praise. And when it comes to her, and her constant desire for worship, she will tolerate no competition. So the city say this, because this wouldn't be the first god she had killed. So with that out there, Thor charged up his hammer in preparation of giving Idol a session on how to be a god. And the first thing he wanted to cover was smiting. And with that made clear, Thor threw his hammer directly at Idol, but to his surprise the hammer missed completely. So with his attack going astray, Idol moved in close and drew first blood with a swipe of her wing. Now with blood running down his face, Thor was not about to roll over easily. So with things heating up, Idol goes on to state that each new worshipper that is praying to her gives her additional strength. So with anger in Thor's heart, he lashed out with a burst of thunder, and once again to his surprise the people down below felt the effects of the attack. So with that unintended side effect becoming known, the idol then goes on to say they will have to kill every one of her worshippers down below in order to hurt her. So with Thor put into a strange situation, we jump over to the second battlefield in Australia, and as expected, the dead are extremely hard to deal with because they do not negotiate or threaten. In fact, they do not even speak at all, because the way the dead communicate is by unspoken rage. Now this was on full display as the hordes of the dead descended upon Wanda. But despite their relentless assaults, Wanda's shield proved unbroken. So with all Wanda's warnings to stand down being rejected, she decided to go on the offense and lay into the legends of the fallen and show them what the living Darkhold could do. So as waves upon waves of zombies prepared to go on the attack, Wanda mustered up her magical powers and bashed her way through the army. Now with a huge part of the army destroyed, a familiar voice called out to her, saying she knows a lot about ghosts, because it goes on to say, there are ghosts of the dead, and then there are ghosts of those still alive. And she thought she had this ghost chained within her soul, but ghosts do love rattling their chains. So as Wanda turned to face Thawne, we then hop over to our third arena in Canada with the Citysmith doing his thing. Now Citysmith is perhaps alone among the Ashen Combine the most sensitive, because as Tom fought him, the whole time he kept complaining that Iron Man didn't understand his vision. So due to the Citysmith constantly evolving the city, Iron Man couldn't predict his next move. So as Tony flew and dodged all incoming potential damages, the Citysmith was just too chaotic to continue to avoid, which led him to fly right into a trap. So as the Citysmith's creation came barreling down on Tony, we hop back over to Odin's son. And when we get there, Thor is showing Idol why he is a god, and how his mastery of the thunder and the wind could be beneficial. But see, Thor's power and ability mean nothing if he fears to take out his enemy. And that is something Idol is more than happy to use against him. Because all the worship she is receiving can be used for more than just to make her feel good. It could also be vomited back up to kill even a god. So as a massive burst of energy hits Thor, we dash over to the Philippines with Wanda battling against shadows. So with that said, in a brief moment of uncertainty, Wanda lashes out against what she thought was Thawne. So in a display of power, the ghost vanished, just to leave her open to an additional attack from the zombies. So with Wanda caught off guard, we see Tony Stark enveloped by Citysmith's art and consumed whole. And after a brief moment of sculpting, Tony Stark's Iron Man suit appeared as an ornament in a shell. So with Tony seemingly defeated, we hop over to Cap and the Black Panther, and by the sound of it, they both are concerned with what they are dealing with. Because to the best of their knowledge, both Thor and Wanda were defeated by these new opponents. So with things looking bad for our team, Sam and T'Challa navigated their way through the ship until they found a safe place to execute their part of the plan. But right before they could set off the charges, the city came to life and made its presence known. So with that said, this issue of Avengers come to an end. So with that out there, if you want to stay in the loop about any individual storyline, then how about you hop over to the playlist section down below or in the link cards above to get all caught up on the Avengers runs. So with that established, I hope you enjoyed this video, and please don't forget to leave a like and a comment if you want to see more videos like this. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next review.